Hello YouTube, welcome to Cars, Grilling and Technology. This is Will. This should be a pretty quick video, but we're going to do the rebadging of the Mercedes Sprinter. All of the parts that I needed came in. I did a preview video of this van when I first got it, just kind of introducing it. And one thing I forgot to say, when you get a Freightliner, this is titled as a Freightliner Sprinter, but we all know that a Freightliner Sprinter is a Mercedes Sprinter. It just has the Freightliner badging on it. So it had the chrome that came across here that I took off because the Mercedes ones don't have the chrome piece. Then it's also got the new grille. Now I forgot to mention that when you replace the grille on the Mercedes, the grille is shorter. So I had to buy a new front piece where this piece on the Mercedes goes all the way across instead of it being wide open right there. I don't know why they would do that. I mean, that's like an extra body part that they had to manufacture and actually put on the vehicle, but it's all good. We've got those items. Then we've also got the steering wheel button, and then there is a rear button we have to change on the back of the car. I mean, the back of the van. So once we do all of that, it will be badged as a Mercedes. And people might say, well, why do you want to do it? It's a Freightliner. But I'm like, as much as these things cost, and even though it's just the cargo van for work, you know, you want the extra prestige of a Mercedes. If I'm paying Mercedes money and every part that I buy from this, I have to get from a Mercedes dealer and pay Mercedes prices for it, then I want to drive a Mercedes, because I want the Mercedes logo and everything on here. And that's basically what it is. It was just sold at a Freightliner dealer from the beginning. So we're going to outline everything as we go along. First thing we're going to start with is the rear badge. Stay tuned, that should take all of about 2 minutes. Everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Will. So today we're going to start the official transformation of the Freightliner badging to the Mercedes badging. So what we have here is the front, I don't even know what this is called, but we'll just say the front grille trim, because on the Mercedes, unlike the Freightliner, the grille does not go all the way down to the bottom. So as you can see, looking at the truck, you see how the grille goes all the way down to the bumper. The Mercedes one does not. So you can see on the side, it's got the trim pieces underneath the headlights. But on this one, it's got those same pieces, and it also has this bottom piece. So that has to be replaced when you're doing this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and paint this up. If you see in my other videos, I do not profess to be a great painter, but I think this is something that I can handle. One thing that concerned me a little bit is that when this came in, it's dented a little bit in this area. This is so flimsy and thin, I'm pretty sure that I should be able to manipulate it and get it into the spaces I needed to get into. There was another bend somewhere along in here. It might be right here. But I still think that we can make it work, because, you know, sending this kind of stuff back is a pain. I didn't really like the way that this was packaged, because it was in this box and that was it. Just no padding or anything. And this piece was actually sticking out of the top of the box when it came in. But I still think we can make it work. You know, what we've done is, I don't know the science behind this, but I took this green pad and then I scratched the surface, because I've learned that you've got to do that for the paint to stick. And then I went to my favorite paint place, which is called Premier Paint, which is here in, I think they're in Eastlake, Ohio. Yes, they're a suburb of Cleveland. So this is the Arctic White paint that will match that truck. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and paint this. We're gonna shake this up, put one coat of paint on it, come back and see what it looks like with the one coat, and then we'll take it from there. I'll be back. So here is the first light coat. As you see, I've learned that with the first coat, you just want to just kind of go on there lightly. So that's all we did. We just went on it really light. There's a little bit of puddling. Oops, probably shouldn't have done that. But we're gonna let this sit for about, I don't know, maybe half hour or so. I'm about to go grab some breakfast, and then we'll come back and put on a second coat. Stay tuned. Well, here we are. Here is the finished project. I think it came out pretty good. There's a few spots that I don't think anybody is going to notice. You know, it's one of those things how when you have a car, you know where stuff is, and the average person would never in a million years notice it. So, you know, we're going to go ahead and roll with this. It got really cold here over the last hour or so, so I don't know if I'm going to fool with doing this tomorrow or not. I'm still getting this new work van ready to put in service. I've already used it a couple of weeks, but I need to put my shelves in and all that kind of stuff, so that's the bigger priority than doing this. But came out good, so stay tuned and we'll see what we do next. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Well, as we've been talking about in this video, we are converting the look of the Freightliner Sprinter and making it a true Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. So this is all we've got left. We've got the painted trim panel, and then we've got the front grille. So I am hoping that this is maybe a 10, let's say 15 to 20 minute job from here. There are 4 T25 screws holding on what looks like the top of the old grill. So I'm hoping that once I take those out, it's nothing more than just sliding that out. So we will see. Once I get those screws out and get this off, I will come back and show you what it looks like. Stay tuned. So I don't know how well the camera is going to pick this up because it's kind of sunny out here. But we've got these 4 screws off, and it's still something holding it in. I don't know how well the camera is going to pick this up. It's probably not going to pick it up. But there are a couple of tabs down on the side, and once I pop those tabs out, this should lift right up. I'll be able to show you those tabs a little bit better once I get them out, so stay tuned. I'll be back. So here we are, and I'll be totally honest with you, is that since everything was plastic and I wasn't going to save this grill, I just broke the tabs off just to get it out. So looks like there's a couple of things I need to remove here and here for these to come out. And then the new piece, I am hoping this fits right in. So let's see what we got after we do that. Stay tuned. Alrighty, so we got everything taken off of here. You know, I said it would probably take about a half hour to do this, and I was wrong. I'm already about a half hour in, but you know, once you find out what tools you need, what extensions and all of that, because there are 2 bolts on each side that were kind of hard to get out. It wasn't really hard to get out, but there's not a lot of space. So it took me some time to figure out exactly what tool I would need. I basically had to use something like this to give me enough reach to get them out, but they are out. So we're gonna do a dry fit of how this goes on there, and hopefully we will be on cruise control from there. Stay tuned. So I am back. I don't know if you can see, the light is shining. kind of hard for me to see because of the sun, but there's a T15 back there, and you should be able to see it easier on this side. There's a T15 back here. Like I said, I don't know if this is going to show up on the video or not, but those are the two hardest to put in and get out. So as you can see, I've got the front of it on, and it matches pretty good. You know, I got the Arctic white, which is the paint color, and you know, it's not really that noticeable. There's a little bit of a difference, but once we get some good weather here in Cleveland, we're gonna polish this and then put a ceramic coating on it. I am not that diligent as far as washing my work vehicles, so I figure with this being white and get a good coat of ceramic coating on it, that would take care of it, and it should be good until I decide it's time to get another one. I usually keep my work vans for about 4.5 to 5 years, so hopefully this one will give me some good service. But looking at the new grill, there are 5 tabs on the bottom, as you can see. So this should be just as easy as popping in the tabs and then securing the 4 top bolts, and we'll be good. The only monkey wrench is there are grommets that go inside of here, and to get the grommets from the dealer, they would have been $60. I was not trying to spend that much, so I'm going to see how this fits in there. It's probably just going to rattle a little bit, but as long as it feels pretty secure, I'm not going to worry about it. So we're going to go ahead and pop this in. We'll be back. And there we have it. Looks pretty good. I think I am going to go ahead and buy those grommets, because you can see if you zoom in close, there's some spaces beneath there. Like I said, it's not that noticeable. I'm probably the only person that would ever notice that it's a problem, but with this grill already in, the hardest part was doing the trim piece. So putting in those grommets will probably take all of about 10 minutes. My prediction was a half an hour, and with having to get tools and go back and forth to get this socket, that socket, or whatever, we're at 50 minutes for the whole thing. So of course, if I needed to do this again, it would be much quicker, because I already know what size Torx everything is. But I think it came out pretty good. I'm gonna get a couple of shots with the hood down, and then we're gonna end this video. Hold tight. And there we have it. We've got a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter, even though it says Freightliner on the title. We all know that these are Mercedes-Benz products, and like I said, this is just a vanity thing where if I'm going to be paying Mercedes prices for parts and repairs, then I want it to say Mercedes. So that's why we did this. All in all, the project was maybe right around, I would say right at $400, you know, with the trim piece, the paint, the grill. And you can source all of these parts at partsgeek.com, and that'll do it for the video. But like I said, we've got a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter now, and it actually looks like a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter, so I'm happy with the outcome. If you like what we're doing, please subscribe and hit the notifications. We got a lot more stuff coming up on the channel. We're going to be doing a lot more videos on my Tesla, and once the weather gets better, we're going to be doing a lot of videos on the C8 Corvette and also the Tesla. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.